And I probably sent this clip to you because I was blown away. The lady who does the sound for the clickers.
Yes, yes.
She makes like the...
yeah.
What?
But like you do, like you like that crazy stuff to get this creature out of you. That's why it's so fun.
Welcome to Words About Stuff, a podcast where I talk to awesome people about the stuff they love. I'm your host, Amy, the copywriter, and I am joined by on-screen and voiceover actress, Molly Miklos. Hello, Molly.
Oh. Hello, yes.
We've done it. We're here. I keep forgetting to explain how I know people. I just jump in and start talking to them. So, we worked together at CBS Television City many moons ago. Do you know how many moons?
Oh my gosh, that was like 2013.
I don't want to do the math on that.
That was a lot of math. Mathing is hard.
It feels like yesterday, but apparently was not. You're fantastic to work with, if anyone out there needs to know. I love it. But since then, you've been behind and in front of the camera and all the things. What's a little crash course of what you've been up to since 2013?
Wow, crash course. Okay, so let's see. Well, I left Las Vegas, lovely Las Vegas. I was only there for like 6 months. It was a hot Las Vegas minute. And then took off to the Bay Area, so that's where I've been ever since. I've done some tours at Starbucks, doing some barista work until I got into the television scene, where I've been doing some local television news, and then a couple local stations here, doing some production work, doing video editing for most of that time as well. And in the last couple years, I've stepped into doing some, as you said, voice acting and on-screen acting, which has been awesome.
I'm impressed you remember what you've done. I would have been like, I had breakfast.
Food. I ate and I woke up today.
I have to look at my LinkedIn to know what I've done.
No, for real. Sometimes I do.
I'm glad it's there. You did tours at Starbucks like you're in Vietnam?
Yeah, for real. That's how it felt, like, honestly. Because when I first moved here, I was just trying to just get any job, right? Because I needed to pay off my school loans, so I was just trying to figure out how to get money. So that's what I went for, and I was always interested in working at a coffee house because I love coffee. So I applied and got hired pretty quick and was glad about that. And then I actually got hired at 2 different Starbucks because Safeway had a Starbucks, and it's Safeway technically. So I got hired at the Safeway Starbucks, and then I got hired at the Starbucks. So I was working down the street. At one point, one of the customers was like, "Did I just see you up the street at the Starbucks?" And I was like, "Yeah." It was a weird time.
At least it was the same uniform. You better have your correct name tag on, or else.
Yeah, I had a Safeway name tag and then a Starbucks name tag, but yeah, it was a wild time.
Oh, you actually did have different... Okay. Yeah, I worked in the coffee... the coffee world.
Coffee world.
I've never drank coffee.
What?
Which is weird.
I've heard people do that.
I think the smell, like... Yeah. Tim Hortons is the one I worked for, so only Canadians care about that. I got tendinitis from lifting the coffee pots, and I mean, it probably had nothing to do with the like 20 hours of World of Warcraft I was playing on the computer. I think it was the job lifting the coffee pots.
Yeah.
But I got tendinitis, and I don't know if anyone's ever had tendinitis out there before. It burns like fire. Ouch. In your arm all the time. And the doctor, I was at university at the time, the doctor was like, "Is your career serving coffee?" And I was like, "What is this question?" And he was like, "If it is, this will impact your career, your livelihood. That serving coffee is your life, so this will impact it, so we could get you on disability." And I was like, "What?
You're like, no, I don't."
I was like, "This is not."
Wow. That's wild.
I was like, "No, it's not my livelihood. It's fine. I'm fine. I'm fine." And just left.
You're like, bye.
I don't know what he was going to do, but it was such a question.
Yeah.
And I went to my boss. I was like, "I literally can't lift anything for a while." And they were like, "But you still could, right?" And I was like, I quit, unfortunately.
You're like, bye.
I have a doctor's note. I can't come back in here anymore.
Wow.
But the smell, every day, like that smell,
oh.
I hated it. So then later when people were like, "Ooh, coffee, nice smell," I'm like, "Huh."
You're like, I hated it. I hated it.
No, My arm, my arm.
Oh my God. Yeah, it got to a point where you end up like hating it, or you go home and you're in the shower and the aroma like seeps out of your pores and you're washing your hair and you're like, I smell like whipped cream and coffee, and you're like, ugh. It gets to a point where it's a little like too much. Yeah.
It's a little much. I'm glad. Have I had any other smell related jobs? On the last podcast, I talked about like shoveling out horse stalls. That also had a smell.
Yeah, sure does.
Different smell.
Yeah.
Now I look for non-smell related jobs. This is the first segment that I have to remember what it is. Okay, this is a podcast for awesome people by awesome people. So, what makes you awesome today?
What makes me awesome today? Just making it through the day. I don't know.
Yeah.
Doing it all and getting through my job and all my jobs.
And you got here through a car accident, through traffic, through all the things.
Not my car accident. Let us clarify.
Oh.
I didn't.
Could have been more dramatic. We could clickbait that.
Just dramatic. No, not my car accident. Thank God. But like a man almost could have car accidented me for real. He was tailgating me. Oh, you know how it is, California people. You know, like people need to just slow the hell down.
I don't drive out there anymore. I sometimes, but I work from home now, so I'm so happy because I used to be good. I used to be like, woo, I'm avoiding accidents left and I'm Neo, just spinning around. Now I'm like, nobody come near me. I don't have the practice.
It's a lot.
That's good. You got here. That makes you awesome.
Thank you.
I try to also think of what makes, because I like to put you guys on the spot, but then I also put myself on the spot.
What makes you awesome?
What makes me awesome is I set up this other light.
Yes, that's right. Like you said 3 minutes before, and then I was like, I'm going to be late. And you're like, well, darn it.
Like, good, because I'm doing something. I'm always busy. Let's see what it looks like without. See? It's a little dark.
Oh, it definitely adds a fill to the side of your face that I appreciate.
I got to figure out where to put it, but I think it's working. Is it my light? No. It's my husband's light that he had over his drawing desk, and he said, you can use it if you want. So we're trying it out. That's what makes me awesome. Trying things out. At the last minute, even though I shouldn't have started doing it at the last minute, it all worked out.
That's right. It had to happen. And if you're not watching the video, you're missing out on the delay.
That's true. Yeah, you should be. And what makes the audience awesome? Watching on YouTube, leaving a comment. Maybe they could tell us their favorite movie or TV show. Ooh, we're going to get to the main topic in a second. But first is the speed round.
I'm excited.
And this is your speed. Any speed. There's no particular speed.
Speed the movie with Sandra Bullock?
Yes. Oh, that'd be funny if I did all questions from that movie.
Oh my God, I'd be ready. I've seen that so many times.
Ooh, I might have to have you write the questions for someone who has never seen it, and they'll be super confused.
They'll be like, what are you talking about? His watch?
Was it 40 miles an hour? How fast were they
55.
allowed to go? See, I just came up with that, and you just knew it.
I'm pretty sure. Oh God, I hope that's right.
Now I'm going to Google it.
I'm pretty sure it was 55.
How fast speed the movie? We'll fact check it. 50. Okay, now say 50 and I'll let that in.
50. It was 50.
It was, yes.
That's why I'm awesome. Just leave that all in.
What is the best ice cream flavor?
Cookie dough.
I have 2 tubs of cookie dough in my freezer.
I'm coming over. I'll be there in a minute.
You'll just have to drive through that traffic again and then across the country.
The rear-ending guy will come back.
Yeah, he's everywhere.
In that Mini Cooper, it'll be in my nightmares.
That's what was behind you? The Mini Cooper?
He was the hipster in a Mini Cooper. What if he's listening right now?
That sounds like a band.
Hipster in a Mini Cooper?
Yeah, or maybe a movie. We'll see. I'll workshop it.
I'll write that movie.
Yeah, that's a good ice cream flavor. What's mine? When I was little, I used to like bubblegum ice cream. Why? No idea, because it had pieces of bubblegum in it. So I had to eat the ice cream and spit out the bubblegum, and so then it was a pile of bubblegum, and then I would eat it later. That sounds horrific, but
it's colorful.
I remember liking it.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, because the gum would leak into the ice cream, sort of. So that's not the best one, but...
Drag it, whatever you like.
It's one. Let's see. Did I number these? No. Number something. When you pick up your phone, so let's pretend... What is the first app you go to?
Instagram.
Okay. Why Instagram?
Just because I'm like always like posting and like social on there. Scrolling.
Segue. Follow Molly on Instagram.
Yeah, at Voiceovers by Molly LLC.
There you go. At Voiceovers by Molly LLC.
Yay.
That is coincidentally the name of your business.
It's true. I really did it.
I'm trying to see. I had to pick up my phone and look to see what I go to. I go to whatever alert was there.
Yeah.
If it's like, you got a text, I do that. If it's like LinkedIn wants you to play this game, I'm like, okay.
You play the game? I don't. I'm like, get away from me.
Only one.
Only one?
Zip.
Okay.
If you find me on Zip, I have a 200 and something day streak.
Shit.
My son and I do it.
All right. That's awesome.
No one else ever needs to play a LinkedIn game. They're silly. It's just to get you to go back on the app, obviously.
I see.
Instagram, I don't go on that very much because I get overwhelmed.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I think I go to Chrome to like watch YouTube videos, which is probably the boomeriest thing.
To Chrome to watch you don't go to the YouTube app to watch YouTube videos?
No.
That's interesting.
No, I don't know why. I think if I don't put the app, then I won't go to YouTube or something.
Like you'll go to YouTube too much if you do the app.
Yeah, it'll be too easy. So I make it harder for myself and then I still do it.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah. So yours is an easier answer. Mine is like, I try not to even look at my phone most of the time. It's beeping a lot, and I'm just like, you do you. Keep trying.
I applaud you. I'm like trying to get it like off my phone more often, but it's just really hard.
It's hard. You have to mute notifications. I have do not disturb from the night to the morning unless there's an alarm, right? Or I think there's 2 phones that will go through that. My son's phone and my husband's phone.
Same. My parents, my brother, or like certain people, certain friends like in the Bay that need me. And then certain times like when I get home and I work out, I put my phone on mute to really lock in. And so like even my parents can't even call me because I'm like, no, I want to work out and not even hear anything. Those are certain times I'm like, nope, because I want to really focus.
Yeah.
Or when I'm auditioning. Like certain times where I'm like, I don't want to hear that noise at all. Like for the rest of the evening. I don't want to hear my phone at all.
I actually had to change the ring. You were gone from Television City by then, but there was a point where we were working from home and the sound that the work phone would make me like freak out. I had to change it. It was Pavlov's dog, but with panic.
Yeah, I totally get it. Oh my God.
Yeah, so I changed it and then I quit. This will be the episode of me talking about all the jobs I quit. That's perfect. Yeah. Whatever.
Perfect.
Question 17. Oh, you got a perfect score on those last 2 questions.
Yes. Phew, I was stressed out.
So that's like 5 out of 5 and 10 out of 10. So this next one, that's the same question. I get 0 out of 10 for that because I read the other one wrong. And
negative D-.
Yes. I got to catch up now. I'm not even playing and I got to catch up.
Dang.
Okay. A zombie apocalypse happens. What do you do?
No, I'm like, oh God. Let's see. I'd probably go out and go buy a gun.
Proactive.
Yeah. I'm like not about guns, but like I'd probably go out and do like some protection detail gathering.
Okay. And what's the next step?
The next step, call family and like check in. I would like to like make sure everyone's good to like see what the situation is. Yeah. Gather friends, gather big group probably.
Yeah. Then you'll be the ones that the other group has to fight. Today's episode is brought to you by organ donation. If you're already an organ donor, skip this section right now. You're already awesome and you deserve a treat. For everyone else, it's the easiest donation ever. You get all the clout now for your whole life and you do none of the work. If it is ever time to pay up your sweet, sweet organs, you'll already be floating or flying or dancing around in the afterlife without a care in the world. So don't worry about it. One organ donor can save from 8 to 75 lives. And that's huge when 13 people per day die waiting for a transplant. I hope you never need a transplant. I hope you never know anyone who needs a transplant. I hope we can science hard enough to grow all the organs and socialism hard enough to give them out for free. But we're not there yet. So let's go through some of your brain's objections that I know you have. Number 1, gross. I don't want to think about that. Great. I agree. So check the box, tell your family, and don't think about it ever again. Solved it. Objection number 2, but doctors will let me die if I'm an organ donor. No, they won't. They don't. They won't even check until they have to. Doctors are busy. This does not happen. Objection number 3. Of course, but I'll do it later. Next time I get my driver's license renewed. No. Now. It's easier than doing your taxes, and you have to do that soon anyway. Step 1, sign up. Step 2, tell your family. Why? You don't want them messing this up for the 75 people you're out here trying to save. Don't let your family be the villain in a hospital drama B plot. Tell them about it. Get that clout. And now, Google become an organ donor in your city, your state, your country. Google that. We're looking for .edu. We're looking for .gov. When you find a site that makes sense, there will be enroll as a section. There will be a form. It will ask you for some way to verify who you are, like your driver's license number or the last four of your social or something. That is normal. Do it. Go ahead. I'll wait. Are you doing it? It's easy. 10 seconds is usually how long it takes for someone to ask a question. If you just wait with 10 seconds of dead air, usually someone will do something. If you're cheating and you didn't do it, save this congratulations for later when you do. But if you just did it, amazing. Congratulations. You're a hero and everyone should treat you that way. Thank you for being an organ donor. I hope I never need you. And I hope you never need me. And now, back to the episode.
Yeah.
It'll season 7 or something comes along and...
Season 7.
I watched all of that show.
Oh, I know.
The Walking Dead.
I didn't watch any of it, obviously.
You didn't need to. I felt like it was the sunk cost thing of I watched the first however many seasons. I quit watching, and then I'm I just have to watch the end. I watched the end. I can tell you,
yeah,
you don't need to bother. It's fine.
Yeah. Everyone dies.
Okay, question 17 or 4 or 5. I really wish I numbered them. A cartoon or show you remember watching as a kid?
Oh my gosh, where to start? So many. Like Sailor Moon, Johnny Bravo, Powerpuff Girls.
Oh, those are good.
Cat Dog.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Arnold.
Ooh, that's a good one too.
Yeah, so many. Ren and Stimpy, I didn't like.
I didn't like Ren and Stimpy either. It scared me.
It creeped me out. Yeah, it creeped me out, but my brother liked it, I think. Which was my favorite? Yeah, I like Sailor Moon a lot. I really liked Powerpuff Girls a lot.
So this next question was hinging on that answer. It's which one were you? If you had to pick a Powerpuff and or a Sailor Moon, a sailor, which one would you be?
I was Sailor Jupiter, 100%.
Why? What does she do? I know she was green.
Yeah, she was green. And she had reddish hair too.
Oh, okay. That's a reason right there.
Yeah, she's very sassy and fiery too.
Mm-hmm. It says she's the strong one.
That too. I've always been hella strong. Mentally and...
Yeah, got the muscles.
For real.
Working out,
yes.
Okay, so a Powerpuff, which one were you of them?
Definitely, oh my gosh.
I don't even know their names.
It's Blossom, 100%. Yes, Blossom.
Yeah, Blossom was pretty cool.
She's go-getter. They're all awesome. Let's not lie.
The question was originally which Care Bear would you be, but I don't know if I watched Care Bears, and I don't know which ones they are.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, it's been a hot minute since I watched that. I don't even know, yeah.
I feel is there a Grumpy? Was there a Grumpy Care Bear? Then I was which 7 dwarfs? And I was I only know Grumpy.
Sleepy? That feels like a vibe today.
Ooh, yeah. I like that one. That one's a good
Sleepy,
one.
100%.
Okay, that's 100% right answer. That's the answer I had written down right here.
Yes, I passed.
You did.
Yay.
Now I wrote segue to main topic. So let's see. Something, main topic. The main all of those cartoons you watched had voice actors.
Wow. Oh boy.
Segue. I've done it.
You segued.
And then I think of the guy who invented the Segway and how he died on the Segway.
I mean, we gotta go somewhere.
You die how you live, or whatever. You do what you love, and you fall off of the side of whatever happened.
Sure.
So voice acting.
Yay.
How I tried to structure this game in a way that I don't know if it will work or not, but can we see this scrapbook page?
Oh my god, it's so cute.
I had time to fiddle around. Is
Gosh.
there anything you would take off of here? Anything that you hate so
No,
far?
what? Take off? No, why? It's adorable.
Okay, good.
Especially like the flower crown around my face.
Yes, and it's moving very quietly.
Oh, it is moving quietly.
If it was moving too much, I would constantly be looking at it. I'd be like, ah.
Now I'm distracted that you said that now. I'm like,
I know. Now everyone can just be mesmerized by the moving flowers. So this is a scrapbook page that we're going to fill in as we talk about the topic of acting and voice acting and you. So, what was your first inkling that you might want to be an actor or voice actor? What was that little, ooh, what is that moment?
like my very first inkling.
Or whatever one you can think of.
I mean, growing up, I always liked like acting in general. Like putting on skits with my brother.
Ooh, okay. Were they ones you made up or like from TV, you like did the scenes?
Like, we would do like music videos and put on little skits and pretend to do like the news. Like put on fake news together, like not fake news. Oh my god! But like but like do like.
You started Fox News. I heard you.
No, I did not. But we would do little news anchor skits together and stuff like that, where we would pretend to be the news anchors and stuff. So probably that is where I was like, oh, I kind of like doing this and like pretending and acting.
And did you do them in front of people? Because like I did that same thing, but I never wanted to perform it. I would play it, but I didn't want to be out there.
We would like kind of perform like in front of my parents and they would be like, oh god, you know, but like we would like get up on like the fireplace and like kind of put them on. Yeah. And he would be like, you know, but I would be like into it. Like I'm so excited to put them on. Yes. And then when
oh, that's cool.
My dad had his camcorder, and so then when the camcorder got involved, then it got more exciting for me. I think my brother liked it too, but it got more exciting for me because then we could record it, and that's where I got really fascinated with the aspect of the movie making in general. So that's where I got to record it and see it from behind the camera, and like that's what got me into more of the filmmaking excitement.
So you would like film it and then you would watch it, and you can't back then. I don't know if anyone remembers back then, but you couldn't change anything about it, right?
No.
Yeah. So you're like, oh, we have to do it again.
Yeah. So like we would record it, and then if it was bad, you would just like you wouldn't go over it, but you would just record the same scene again. So yeah, so I have like literal skits where we're doing the music video and it was bad, we would just stop and start it again. So we'd have the rough takes or whatever that were bad, but they're funny to watch, right? Yeah, I still have those home videos too.
Oh, that's so funny.
For blackmail. Just kidding.
Did you ever watch the show The Goldbergs?
Oh yeah, Goldbergs is like, exactly. That's how I really related to Goldbergs because of his home videos. I was like, I felt like that was me and Tommy,
yes.
Like growing up and making home videos 100%. That's actually.
Oh, that's so cute. Okay, I'm going to put the Goldbergs on the scrapbook.
Yes, perfect reference. I love that.
It was so cute. I never had a recording device. We had to like borrow it from the school to do like skits. And it was so overwhelming to me that you couldn't edit it. So now in this era of being able to edit things, oh, so much easier.
Now I feel really lucky because I didn't really realize that people didn't grow up with a camera. So I was like, oh, like we were really like fortunate to have a camera. And because it was like little tapes. And then of course they got to like the bigger VHS tapes. So you put the big VHS tape and then record on that. And then, like you say, we didn't edit any of that. So they would just be whatever they were. And then you could just stick it in and watch whatever. And then it would just switch to something else from like 2 weeks later that we recorded from whatever it was that we were recording. And it was just silly like child games that we were doing or like walking around filming mom and dad.
That's kind of cool to be able to see though, right? Like now someone would just delete it or...
Yes.
And then... you wouldn't have that time capsule of like, here's our first try or second try or third try.
Yeah, we're just like following mom and dad around. Like I would grab the camera and like follow mom around or like, you know, here's the cat just chilling. But like, it's cute because like you say, It's like a time capsule of like our life growing up or like making Legos or whatever that we were doing that day. So it's really cool. Like I'll probably pull those out because I'm nostalgic as hell. And I'll probably pull those out this weekend and like look it up because they're cute. Yeah.
And you still have, like, do you have the physical tapes or did you digitize them?
No, I have the physical tapes in the garage, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but I digitize them.
That's cool.
Yes, I have them digital, because, yeah.
Yeah, because that's something we have to do, because as much as we love old media, it does decay.
Sure does.
Or get broken, or you don't have a way to play it anymore, so we have to digitize it, even though that's such a process. How did you do it? Did you get someone to do it?
No, I did it myself, yeah. I got, like, a program, and then I I had a VHS player, and then I just recorded it like manually and watched them, like, or would walk away, but I would mostly watch them while they were playing real time to like watch and have the memories again, and then watch it play into the computer. But yeah, there's programs, they're like $30 or so, and you just plug it into the VHS. You can find a VHS player, and then it just records it into the computer. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That leads into the next step of the journey. You're like, oh, maybe I would like to do this. This is fun. I'm enjoying it. When did you get serious about it or start learning the skill?
Yeah. So then as I like progressed in high school, I had a really good friend, Derek, and we started making movies together. So that was kind of cool. So that kind of progressed further there. And then I was thinking, like, do I want to do filmmaking? And then I was also interested in journalism too at the time. My grandma was always very worldly and into history and journalism as well. So she kind of got me sparked into that. So I was like, do I want to do journalism? Do I want to do filmmaking? Like, what I wanted to do. And I knew it was something in those mediums. So I was like, oh, no. So I was kind of debating a lot. And then I decided, like, okay, I think I want to do journalism. And so that's where I was like, I think I'll do on-camera journalism, like be a reporter. So I just jumped that way and figured, like, by the time I get to being like a junior or senior, then I'll have it figured out. Or I'll figure out which one of those options I want to do by that time. Like, I'll do my generals and take some classes of those different options. So it was mostly in college where I figured that out. In college is when I got to it, and I started taking video production classes and audio production classes, and then of course journalism and writing papers, doing broadcast classes. And then for the acting and the voice acting a couple years ago during COVID is when I was thinking back to it. I was like, oh, in college I had a professor who was an audio production class professor who was like, you have a really good voice. You should do like voice acting. And I was like, oh, really? I was like, no, I want to be a journalist. I think I want to do journalism. Like, this is what I'm focused on. And he was like, okay, you should think about that though. Maybe come back to it someday. And I was like, okay, I don't know about that. Because everyone's like, you know, acting and entertainment is so hard to do and get into. And it is like, it's a hard industry, but it's really rewarding. And I was like, okay, but I want to do journalism and focus on that, you know? But yeah, so COVID happened and I was thinking on what I want to do, and I wanted to take the leap, so that's why I kind of circled back to, let me give this a go, and I had some time, and so I'm kind of doing both now. So it's a lot, but I like it. It's fulfilling, yeah. So
that's awesome. And I hadn't even thought of voice acting. That's so funny that the professor, their whole thing is related to speech and voice acting and stuff, right? So they're like always in that. So to pick people out and be like, you should do that. Yeah. That's kind of a cool seed to plant for later.
Yeah, like he was an older professor, so I would love to look him up and talk to him, but I'm not sure like where he is or how I would get in touch and be like, hey, I'm doing it, you know, but he was, I just hit that nugget in my brain where during COVID, I was just scrolling, saw a post and was like, oh, it reminds me of Professor. And like when he said that, and I was like, oh, I should try that. Maybe I could try that and see like if it goes anywhere. And harkening back to my childhood days where I liked acting a lot and I always wanted to give it a go and wanted to put myself out there, express myself in that medium, and like maybe I could try it and see if someone likes what I do and how I perform, and you know, have this red hair, like see if that happens. And my parents did put me in modeling when I was young, like very young, for my red hair, and like, you know, were unsure of it at the time and kind of bailed on it because they were scared a little bit too of all the child acting stuff.
And that's what happens, right? Like people, I don't believe people when they say, I always knew what I wanted to do. Maybe there's like 10% of people who are like that, right? But usually there's something that happens, and over again, you keep coming back to the same things. And then eventually you listen to yourself or someone else or whatever. Because I've always liked writing, but I was like, oh no, it's a hard business. You can't get paid to write. And then my husband said at some point, you should be a copywriter. And I was like, whatever, right? I don't know what that is. No, I'm busy. Whatever nonsense I came up with. And later, same thing, I saw, I don't know if Facebook is good. Maybe we have to say it's good for this. It's bad for everything else.
Yeah.
But it's good for this specific thing. I saw an ad that was like, learn how to be a copywriter. You can get paid to write. And I was like, wow, maybe I should be a copywriter. And he's like, I said that like 2 years ago. And I'm like, oh, good idea, right? God. Like, it just takes time.
That's hilarious that we both saw ads on Facebook. Oh, God.
Yes. Like, it does know something. And it's funny because since then, I found out the course that I saw the ad for and the one that I did, now I like help them coach the newer copywriters. But I also sometimes hear how they're doing their ads. And it turned out the ad was targeted to people who were doing online teaching, because teachers often make good copywriters or buy the course or whatever that relation would be. And I had been teaching kids English online. Like, the kids are in China and I was here and speaking English to them. So I was somehow in that bucket on Facebook. I think because I joined the teacher group. And then the ad finds me because I'm in the teacher group and leads back. All a web. What a twisted web we weave with Facebook ads.
Wild. I swear, it's creepy, but sometimes it's like nice. Yes.
Yeah. I like when I'm served something that genuinely like brings me joy and is exactly what I would have wanted.
Yes.
But 99% of the time, it's serving me garbage to make me angry. So we're not going to have that.
Yes, I agree. But yes, in this case, like, thank God. For real.
Once in a while it works. And that's before AI.
Yes.
So now, who knows what's happening.
Yeah. Interesting.
And like the push of COVID, I think, was like, figure something out, do something new, try something. Like, you have time, you're terrified, all these things are happening. Stuff is changing anyway, so why not change? So within that journey, at any point, were you ever scared? Were you like, I'm not sure what I should be doing, if I'm cut out for this? Did you ever have any of those moments?
Like a little bit. I was like slightly scared, but not at the same time. No, I've always had that, like, I'm gonna do this and I'm just gonna take it and do it, because I have this kind of, I don't know, I've always had this drive inside of me that I'm like, I can take something on and I'm gonna do it and accomplish it. I don't know. Maybe that's scary, but like,
no, that's good.
Yeah, I've always kind of like achieved so far everything like that I've done, like college and like, you know, just all of my. Like, I came to the Bay and I was like, I'm gonna get a job in news, and like I did it, and I was like, oh crap, like, here I am doing it. So yeah, I don't know, I just had that professor in my brain being like, you have a good voice, and I just kind of like carried that with me. So I don't know, I guess maybe that's a nugget that people could see or like take with them, just have that that drive inside of you, you know, just to be like, I can do this and I'm gonna do it all the way. I don't know.
This is the professor.
Yes, that's him. Hello, Professor Red. How are you?
There's a little hint at what you should be doing. And I think it's important to think about, I need to follow through on it, right? Because someone can tell you, oh, you might be good at this. And you're like, yeah. Same thing for me. I was like, I think I would be good at it. I'm going to do it. Yeah. Same thing with looking, oh, maybe I want to be an anchor. Maybe I want to. You have to do it to find out if you like it.
Totally.
And if you never do, then you always, some people I think are comforted by that, by having a thing that they never tried and imagining that they would be great at it and that it's the thing that would solve everything and that they would love it. That's very safe to be like, I would have been in the NBA or whatever the thing is. But to actually go after it, I find that part, like you said, not scary, because I'm like, well, I'm going to get it.
Right. I think for me, it's like the challenge of it is exciting, because I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. And okay, well, what do I need to do to accomplish it? And I was like, all right, well, I got to do this. And then it was nice to fill the time during COVID because I had more time of it. And then I was just so excited to make it like my personality. And I've always wanted to do it because I have always wanted to do it. So I think that's the thing too. I already knew I like have dabbled in it, right? Because I grew up kind of doing it. And I was like, I've always kind of knew I had that spark. So it was like, okay, well, I have it and I'm challenged to do it now. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to freaking do it. Like, bring it on. That's always how I've been in my life. So I'm like, yeah, like I'm going to accomplish it. And like, so I did, or I have.
And that's amazing. And how do you decide? Because I already told 2 stories of things that I quit. How do you decide? Like, you're going after something and then you're like, I don't need this anymore, or I don't want to do this anymore, right? Because I have that same thing. I'm like, I'm going to get it and I'm going to do it. And then sometimes once I've done it, then I don't need it anymore. But other things, once I've done it, I want to do it more. I don't know if that idea makes any sense. Have you ever quit anything that you thought you would like?
Yeah, I actually stopped dancing after competitively dancing. I did stop doing that after a long time, but it was more to pivot to like more tennis. That was like in high school times. But it's more because I did it for like a very long time.
Did you feel like you got everything out of it?
Kind of, and it was more to challenge, I guess more to like challenge myself in a new thing. But I still love dancing to this day. So
there's only so many hours in the day. You can't dance and act and do other jobs and all these other things, right?
Can I turn into a vampire yet, though? Is that possible?
Maybe.
I would like that. Is anyone a vampire? just kidding. I need a lot of time.
That'll be the next question. When you turn into a vampire, what will you do with the 24 hours in your day?
Everything. I'll dance and play tennis and do everything. No, I don't know. But yeah,
Yeah.
I think maybe I was just like, I had done like enough of it. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you can't keep doing everything all the time forever.
Mm-hmm.
Things ebb and flow, right? Like, oh, this is fun. I conquered it. Maybe I'm going to change it. I think people, if they got everything they ever wanted,
Yeah.
they're going to find something else they want to do.
Yeah, and I had danced from like 6 years old to like 12 or like 13. So I was just kind of like, like I was kind of like, I just done it for like forever and ever and ever. And I was just kind of
for
like,
your whole life at that time. Like,
yes, it felt like my whole life.
Yes.
I was kind of like done with that identity, and I was like, oh, what's in it? Like another sport. Like it just felt like new and fresh and exciting. Yes.
Yeah, and it's still in sports.
Yes, it was still like I could be in sports still. Yes, and it was like something new and like different people. Yeah.
And what about the community in those things, right? Like dancing, competitive dancing, or on teams, or is that the same thing?
Yeah, it was like competitive dancing teams. Yes, it was like it was jazz and clogging, and then I was trying to like I know, it's so cool, right? the dance costumes, they were awesome, and then I was going into drill team prep for high school, and I was just like, I don't know, it's a lot. Like, then I was just like thinking, like, do I want to like do this in college? Like, I don't know what I want to do, and I was just getting overwhelmed.
Age 12, 1/8 life crisis.
Yes,
I know.
Yeah, exactly. So then I was just playing tennis, and it just felt like it clicked. So I think it's just like a calling more so, like, oh, tennis, I'm good at this. Like, let me try this, and more ambitious challenge. Yeah.
And that's like 1v1, right? Or do you do doubles in tennis? Sometimes there's teams,
yeah,
right?
It was, I did doubles, and my partner was actually a redhead too, so that was wild.
You find each other.
We sure do. Everyone's like, are you sisters? We're like, yes, we are, absolutely. And they were like, oh my God, are you really? We're like, yeah. It was really funny.
Why not?
Yeah, it was cool.
Actors playing the role of sisters, playing the sport of tennis.
Yeah, so good. It was awesome.
And speaking of redheadedness, there's a little emoji on this one. Don't you have a little history with emojis?
Oh, yes, I do.
Tell that story.
Like when I took a petition to Apple.
Yep.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yes. I also do some writing for Ginger Parrot, which is a British website. What's up, Emma? Woo! So I've been writing since 2014 for them. And as maybe you don't know, but most people don't, that Apple for a long time and Unicode wasn't sponsoring a redhead emoji.
No.
But they had every other hair color.
They did.
So that's annoying. Yeah. So that was annoying for us gingers for a long time. So Emma got a petition together, and we sent a petition to Apple, and I got to deliver it with a couple other redheads in the Bay Area, and we like took it down to Apple, and we like took a banner, and there's a picture of us, and we took it to Apple, and we like dropped it in like their mailbox. That was pretty much it. It wasn't very exciting, like but it was a fun time. It was a good picture. My hair's really short in that picture. It was like really, I don't remember why I chopped it that short. Oh, no, because I donated my hair. That's why. I actually remember now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's when I donated it to Locks of Love. Yeah.
Yes, they're cool. I donated mine to Hair We Share. They do this same kind of thing, making wigs for people who need hair. But it needed to be so long.
So long. It was so long. Oh, my God. I wish they could see the result.
I forget, 12 inches?
I think it was 12 inches.
Yeah. I mean, the one that I did, the reason I picked Hair We Share is because you could donate like extra or whatever, and you could be in this program where they showed you the wig at the end. And it was cool, but it also took them like, they're backed up. They have like 10,000 too many ponytails and not enough money. So they sent it like 3 years later. And I was like, oh, cool. Right? Like, I had forgotten that I did this. And that was neat. And of course, it looks like a wig, right? But still.
Yeah, but still, it's like your hair. That's so cool. Like, yeah, I wish I could have got some whatever, but they did send like a nice certificate that said like, thank you for donating. So I was like, oh, like that warms my heart. So
well, that's a huge undertaking to have to match up the wig with the person. Like, I can see from their side of like working only with volunteers that it's a terrible program to run. Yeah. But I thought it was cool.
Yeah. I was like, oh, and people were like, your hair's so short. And I'm like, I donated it. Like, it was like such a nice feeling. I'd love to try it again, but oh my gosh, my hair so long. So long.
Well, and they do need money.
Yes.
If you don't want to grow your hair and cut your hair, the money helps them make the wigs. So donate money to them. They're more than happy to have the money instead of the hair. Because sometimes you can't grow your hair 8 or whatever inches and cut it. It's too hard for some of us with super thick, knotted hair. Or some of us who don't like to brush their hair, like me.
Same. I don't brush this hair. People are like, what?
No, it's too hard.
No, it just gets worse.
Yeah, if I brush it, it's like out here, like a triangle.
You feel me?
And it's humid over here.
Yeah. I mean, we don't have as much, but yes, it is a little humid here.
Oh, yeah. You were not as dry as Vegas.
No, Vegas was dry.
Super dry. It's dry here now because it's the winter. We just got 2 feet of snow. I'm sure you don't have that.
Gross. 65 yesterday. Sorry.
Yeah. I was out there shoveling. I can see the tracks of the stray cat.
Aww.
And I could see that it walked in my footprints, but like once in a while messed up. And then I saw it try to go down the driveway. But part of that is like 4 feet of snow because of the drift. So I see its footprints like dun, dun, dun. And then it's like bop, 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 bop. Like, I'm not doing that.
It's like, I'm good. Never.
So I got to put a next picture on here. Let's see. What surprised you the most about, let's say, voice acting? What was the thing you were like, oh, I didn't know about that?
What surprised me the most was probably how nuanced it is and like how tired you can get from it. Probably that, because I was like, no, like I'll be good. And like doing a session sometimes can be like really exhausting, especially like depending on what voice you're doing or how much you're doing of it. Because it is very like physically, you're very physical with it depending on what you're doing. That's probably the most surprising thing.
I'm thinking of, I don't know that many voice actors, so you have to fill in all my gaps. But do you know Dragon Ball Z?
Yes.
Yes. So the one who plays Goku, most of his lines in some of the episodes are just like, ah!
Yes, there's lots of yelling. There's lots.
Just constant, like, right? Like all the things. And to watch him do the voice acting, veins are like popping out of his head. Like he's doing it.
I will not let you destroy my world!
Is that accurate?
Yeah, 100%. Like I've had auditions where they're just like yell like a lot, and I've been in here and my booth is not very big, so I have to be really far back here and I have to be like, what do you mean, commander? And I'm yelling in here and I'm like, the neighbor probably like, sorry, that was probably really loud, but like,
no, it was good.
Okay, the neighbor's like probably over there like, what is she doing? And I'm like screaming or like I'm dying. But yeah, they're literally doing that. There's just like a really great clip of Hugh Jackman doing ADR, audio dialogue replacement of his scene as Wolverine. I don't know if you've seen that one.
I'm gonna look it up.
Of him replacing clips of him like running through the wilderness for Logan, I think it was. It's a great scene.
Oh, I think I found one. I'm gonna put this picture.
Yeah. But it's so good. Yes, that's the one. That's it. It's so good. That is a perfect example of an intense fight scene or a combat scene or especially video games or like, especially video games or like you say Goku. But like something like that where it's like physically intense. There's been times, especially in the summer, when I'm in here and I'm like dripping in sweat when I come out. Like it's exhausting, but you're putting your heart and soul into the character. You know, people feel that.
You know how people say I can hear a smile?
Yes.
I hate it, but it's true.
Absolutely.
Right?
Like if I was like, hi, Amy, how are you? Like you can hear that. I'm not smiling.
Yeah.
But like, hi, Amy, how are you? Like it's so much different.
It's all tied together. Man, brains are weird.
The brains are weird.
Because you'd think you'd be able to change your voice without changing your face. I guess why would you?
Yeah. Like you could totally hear it.
Yeah, I think about that stuff a lot. Who's the other one? Oh, have you seen The Last of Us?
Yes.
I probably sent this clip to you because I was like blown away, but it was the lady who does the sound for the clickers.
Yes, yes.
She makes like the
yeah, like that
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, I love that shit.
and she's in there like
Yes.
being the monster,
So good.
and I was like, what?
like you do, like you like that. Like do like that crazy stuff to like in order to let this like creature out of you. That's why it's so fun. And I've always done weird. I walk around the house and do weird noises like all the time. So I'm like inspired by that lady.
Yeah.
She makes money from that, and I want to do that. Please.
Yes. And I wonder how does that world work? Because for like copywriters, it's with everything in the world. It's probably like who you are around, who sees you, who starts to realize that you're really good at what you're doing, who notices, who's talking. I never even thought about voice acting for the longest time, but there must be a whole community, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's what got me excited, too, when I started. And that's what was great about social media.
Okay.
So when I started, I got a coach, and he was like, you need to start taking classes and this and that. And then, so that was great. It was like getting into classes. And then from there, certain people would be like, do this community or try this Discord community. And I was like, okay. Social media helped a lot because then I was looking on hashtags, and then like voice actors are super nice. A majority of them are really nice. So we would follow each other back. So the majority of my followers are voice actors and very supportive.
Yeah. I'm going to put her somewhere. Where could I want to put her name here. I'll figure it out. You can keep talking. I'm going to slide things around.
But
Doo-doo.
so just like finding the community and finding what you're good at and then just going down that realm. Like for her, there's different conferences and stuff that you can meet people and network at, and then you can find classes. They even have a class now, I think, that has like creature sounds where you can learn how to make creature sounds.
Oh.
Like I forget who teaches it, but there's specific classes, and then from like those classes you can talk to the professor, or they can direct you somewhere, and then they might know someone, or they have a job that they have in mind, or know someone who actually needs something, and then they hear you, and then it's just kind of like snowballs from there. So, and then of course
showing up is important.
Showing up, yeah. And then for me, like just posting online has been beneficial because people just, like I had someone message me today, so you just never know who's watching your stuff. So that's been helpful too.
Yeah. And I liked and stole your idea for, I think it was, we were still in Vegas, but you sent a Christmas card, which, by the way, to anyone listening, I like to receive Christmas cards.
They're the best.
I know it's an old person thing to do or whatever. I'm an old person. I like them. And if you send me one, I generally will be sending one back to you forever until one of us dies. And even beyond that, if I'm the one who didn't die.
Well, haunt you.
So you sent a Christmas card, and in it had your business cards, and I had them near the fridge or on the fridge or whatever it was, and that reminded me all the time that you were doing voice acting. And it was a cool business card, and it had your red hair. So then I was like, I'm going to do that. So this last year, I sent out bookmarks with, like, I copywriter, because nobody understands that I'm doing anything. Like, nobody knows what that is or whatever. Seeing it over and over is the only way people know.
That's great. Exactly. And it's great to plug yourself, because then most people like don't know that you're doing it. Like when I would tell people, they're like, you are? And I'm like, yes. And it's great to advocate for yourself, because we don't do it. I don't do it enough. Like, to be honest, like I don't pump myself up and be like, hey, I'm doing this thing, It's good because we need to do it more often.
It's hard to do. We talk about it a lot for new copywriters, and I tend to see it more in the women, or like people raised as women. They have a harder time being like, hey, I do this and I'm good at it.
Yes.
Right? And in marketing, your message is not, hey, hire me, right? Of course. It's, I could do this thing for you. Do you want some help? Like, that's more of the message. But they had the hardest time saying, I'm good at this. I do this. And I'm like, you need to envision your inner Chad or Tyler or whoever the crypto bro is that you can imagine.
Right.
What would he do?
Exactly.
What would Crypto Brian do?
Right.
He said, I'm the best at this. You should hire me. That's the vibe he would be giving off. And I have to soften that and make it with a little asterisk next to it. But yes, we have to do it. Tell people.
Yeah, I saw it yesterday, but there's always this chatter, actors when they're beginning, they're like, I'm aspiring. And it's like, no, you are acting. You're an actor. And like, I had to get over that hump too of being like, I'm an aspiring actor. I'm like, no, I'm an actor. And I still, like, I don't do it as much at all these days. But like, no, I have IMDb credits now. I'm an actor. And I still am like, I'm an actor. But like, it feels real now, But like at the beginning, I was like, I'm aspiring. But like, people are like, no, you are an actor. And like, I was like, oh, okay. Yeah.
It's almost like we need permission to say it.
And it's like,
I ask them all the time, well, what's going to make you a copywriter? And there's always something, right? Like my first paying client, or when I get on a billboard, or I don't know, right? All things that we make up.
Yes.
Nothing's real. There are no rules.
Yeah, we're literally just we're on a spinning planet. Like, my God, what more do you need?
Yeah. Yes. Someone said it just in the meeting yesterday, I think. I think his name is Matthew. He said, don't demote yourself.
Mm-hmm.
If someone else wants to do that and say, well, they're not really an actor, they're aspiring, that's that asshole's problem. Why are you doing his job for him? That's crazy.
Yeah. Exactly. Like, pump yourself up. You're doing it. You're auditioning. You're an actor. You're doing it.
And that's the step. The learning things step, the going into the community step. That's what I think you have to do. Those are the only steps for me to say, oh, you are a thing.
Yes.
Right? Like, how do you decide you're an artist? You learn to do art in whatever fashion you want. You do art. Now you're an artist.
Yes. You want to do like ceramics, you go to the class and you start doing pottery and you're like doing in the kiln. Like, I would say you're making pottery. You're an artist. Like, my God, like what more do you want?
Yeah.
Please.
Is that like they're afraid? Like, I don't want to say I'm a real whatever.
Right. I think that's like they're maybe too scared that it's maybe going to be good or like it's going to go somewhere.
Yeah.
That's maybe how they feel about it. I don't know.
A little resistance because I think about this a lot. I think about everything a lot.
I like it. Thinking is good. We need to think.
I think about resistance, right? In the group, usually we'll talk about meeting your edge, right? I'm uncomfortable if I'm learning something new every time because my brain wants to just sit and watch Shoresy. That's a great show, by the way. I love it so much. Letterkenny is the original one, and then Shoresy is the spinoff. And I didn't watch them for so long, and they're adorable and beautiful. And everyone should watch them, and if they hate them, fine. They're mine, and you can't have them. But but I want to sit there doing that, right? That's what's safe for our lizard brain.
Yes.
Don't do anything else.
Right.
As soon as you start learning a skill, when's the last time some people learned a skill, right? Like, never, or school or whatever. That's hard. And you have to fail at it. You have to try again and try. Your brain all the time is like, stop doing this.
Yeah, like every time I audition, I'm like, did that suck? But what if it's good? What if it's a waste of time? But I'm like, but what if it's the one that like lands me something good? And like, that's exciting to me. So I'm like, they're probably scared.
Yes.
Like, what if like it's the one?
I know, it's rough. And like audition processes, how do those go? What does it look like to go to an audition? Or a voice actor audition, you don't have to go, right? You record?
Yeah, like they're all kind of different. Voice acting ones, I usually do them. Obviously, I do them in here. But then I've done some college school auditions where they have like open call for production classes that need actors, so I'll go to an open call for them.
Oh.
They'll have them each an open
So
call.
they're like doing a movie.
Exactly. Like they'll have student production classes and they'll need actors for their productions. So they usually have those open calls. I went to one and got cast in one, and it was, they usually have like 4 films that they're putting on and they need certain people for that. So I went and it was like a 5-hour window and you just sit and wait and then you get to go. It was pretty fun though. You take which scripts you want to audition for. I read in front of a class of like 40 college kids. I was like, oh God, because I was nervous, but it's cool. Yeah, it was kind of fun. And they had like the television cameras. It was like being back at college in the television production studio. And then I just read for both of them and they're like, okay, thank you so much. And it was like 2 minutes of my time. And I was like, well, that was a lot of waiting, but you know, it's all good. That's how it is.
It's hurry up and wait.
Exactly. So that was my history with in person.
Mm-hmm.
But most of it has been self-tape, which is kind of common right now in the industry.
Oh.
And it's where like my agent will send me, or I'll find my own auditions. And then I have my own setup in another room here with a gray backdrop, and I'll have like my tripod and lighting, and then audition will come in, or I'll find one, and then I'll just have my phone and record it on my phone, and then just do like how many takes I need to do, and then edit it, make sure it looks good, and email it back or put it in whatever casting, however they want it.
That's cool. So you have to record it and edit it. I'm putting a big room of people for an audition for that one.
Wow, that's a lot of people.
That's scary. And then I'll put a closet.
A closet, yeah. Yes. Closet.
And how do they how do you know? So if you get it, they call you or something.
Right.
How does it work?
So the one I landed for the student production, for example, the student producer texted me that night and was like, we want you in this one. And I was like, oh my God. Like, I was really excited. So that was cool.
Oh, that's cool.
So she just texted me directly, and then we kind of figured out, like, what's your schedule, blah, blah, blah. And so I came in a couple weeks later. And then certain voice acting ones, it's just kind of been via email. They'll come back in, like, the next day or whatever. And certain on-camera ones, it'll be like that way too. Or like the agent will call you.
And when people don't get it, like, does anyone tell you anything to, like, because for jobs, no regular job tells you why you didn't get it.
Yeah.
Because it could just be nonsense reasons, right?
Yeah, they usually don't.
There's never any feedback that way, I'm guessing.
Right. Like, you usually just never hear back. So that's what sucks about it too. Yeah. I've done so many where I'm like, yeah, that felt so good. And then you hear nothing and you're like, okay, I guess not. So it kind of bums out.
Well, and you mentioned like, oh, it kind of feels like a waste of time. Like that idea comes up for me a lot because I like for things to be efficient and I like to not waste my time. But then every time I have to remind myself, you just did another step,
Yes.
right? If I pitched someone or did whatever, I learned how to do that better, even if I didn't get the thing. So you learn how to audition by auditioning, right?
Yes, I think I totally agree. And like for me too, I've been putting it like a different mindset too of like, well, I got to like practice for one. I got to do my setup and be under the clock, practice memorizing, especially memorizing the lines and like, memorizing a 3-page script, which is good to put that in my brain and do it and get in front of the camera and do it in a certain amount of time and send it out. Because it's usually like a day turnaround. Yeah. Like you have to really get it out really fast. Yeah, they want it like quick. And then my agent's counting on me to send it in and like all this stuff too. But besides the fact too, when I'm sending it back to usually like the casting agent, I'm like, well, if I don't hear from them and I don't get that job, they'll look at it and be like, maybe not this time, but maybe for something else, you know? Maybe I'll just put that as like a side note. Molly was good. Maybe we'll cast her in that other thing.
Yeah.
Like you never know what they're looking at or what they're looking for this job. But maybe it'll trickle to something else and they'll hit me up in like 3 months. So I'm like trying not to think of like the waste of time. Like, you know, or like when I'm even when I'm cold network with someone, maybe I feel like it's a waste of time now and I'm like, oh man, I shouldn't even do it. But then I'm like, well, maybe it isn't. Maybe it'll actually come back around. That's how I've been looking at it for things when I feel like it's a waste of time.
That happens and it's so frustrating. Like I wish I could draw a straight line because people will be like, how did you get your first client? And I'm like, right. I can tell them like the longest story in the world of how I think it happened, but other things happened.
Yes.
And there's been people, like, you talk to them at point A, and even if they say, no, we never need a copywriter, or that's crazy, or whatever, a year later, they are the ones who message you, and they're like, hey, we, change this. Do you want to... The weirdest example is I worked for an agency, and they were great, but then I was working so much. I understand my privilege, but I was like, I don't want to work 40 hours. Like, it hurts me to be creative for 40 hours. I don't know if anyone can be.
Yeah.
So I was like, look, I either need way more money to make this a thing or I need to work less. And they were like, we can't do that. And I said, no problem. I could be a freelancer for you. So I could just work like a bit because I like you guys. You do a good job. And they were like, we don't have that. And I was like, okay, no problem. Like, how many weeks do you need? Peace, right? Then I left. Do you have Chrome, like, tabs on your computer?
Yeah.
Like, I have Chrome thingies, and I had one for them. So it was, like, that agency's name. And I left it on there for at least a year, right? A year, 2 years, I don't know how long it was. And one day I was like, why do I still have this fucking thing? Like, let me clean out my Chrome.
Yeah.
And I close it. I'm like, okay, delete it. And then, don't you know, like, a day later, someone from there messages me and is like, we could use a contractor. And I was like, I should have deleted that thing earlier.
It's like they felt you in the ether.
Yeah.
Like, Amy, hello? Like, don't come back.
It's like, Yeah. And it's like one of the people that I really liked working with, and they see me posting sometimes on LinkedIn. So how did I get them to reach out to me? I don't know.
Closed it.
I deleted that Chrome thing. So I agree. Everything is chaos. We are on a rock. And you just gotta be out there.
That's what I'm saying. Post your stuff and just send it out because you never know who's looking at it. You never know who's going to see it and circle back around to you. That's what I've been going with because I don't know what else to believe because that's how it makes me feel good.
Yeah, I don't have the answers.
That's what makes me feel good.
I'm putting it there. I'm also going to put a Christmas card.
Yeah, Christmas card.
I'm going to put that so that out in the ether, I get more Christmas cards.
Christmas cards are great.
It sucks when you move, and then people don't have your address.
Mail forwarding, yes, but does it work? We don't know.
I did, but it only works for a year.
It's true.
Okay, there. So, this...
Is that my Christmas card? No, I was like, wait, did I send that? It looks kind of familiar.
That would be so cool if I had. I probably do have it somewhere. So this question, I don't know if you'll have an answer to this because I don't have an answer for myself. But what is a time you thought, oh, I'm doing it, or oh, I've made it?
I don't feel like I've made it yet. I don't know. I mean, I feel kind of like I have. Like,
okay.
Well, okay, I take it back. I feel like I made it when I got like my IMDb credit. Like that felt like a really.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I was like, you have an IMDb. You think you have it? I'm coming over there.
That felt like a really nice moment for me. Like I was very excited for that.
Yes.
Because I mean, I've been looking stuff up on IMDb forever, so that felt really exciting for me personally. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And how do you get that? Like, I understand that IMDb exists, but I don't know how anything works.
You have to work with like a film or a project who has their film listed on IMDb pretty much.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So you can't like as the actor or voice actor, you can't be like, here's a bunch of things I did. It has to be that the movie is on IMDb.
You have to be like linked to it.
Something happens with hamsters and magic
and, like,
on the back.
Whatever. Beep, boop, bop.
Oh, so you got the email? It was like, hello, you are now going to be on IMDb. And you're like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah, like it was really cool because I had an account.
Sure.
I already had one like through whatever. So I already had a name and then I was able to officially link it. Yes. So yeah, it was really cool because I got to like claim my page and I was like, oh my God, it's a moment. Yeah,
Yes.
So that was really cool.
Stuff like that is important.
Yeah.
And to celebrate those moments, how do you celebrate a moment like that?
I mean, how did I I was at my grandparents and it was December. And so I'm pretty sure I like probably made a margarita or something. I told everyone.
Yeah.
I remember I made a video and posted it on social media to tell everyone. So that was exciting.
Yeah. I have trouble, like, I feel like excited in my mind, but like actually celebrating something, I'm like, okay, but I don't know, I did it.
Yeah.
Now it's good. So I tell people all the time, I say, don't do what I do. Instead, celebrate the thing.
Yes. I'm pretty sure I wrote a blog about it on my website. I made a video to like make sure people knew about it. And so that was exciting to hear people say, congratulations. And my best friends were there and they were excited, my family. So yeah, that was a nice moment. Yeah.
That's so funny that your celebration is doing more work.
For real. I was like,
I got the thing and then I did a post and then I wrote a blog. And
it's
then
me. Like, I just love working.
I'm the same way.
And making more creative things. Yes. And typing.
Yes. Because it feels good.
It does.
I like creating things all the time.
For real. I do. I'm always like, what more could I create?
Yeah. Okay. And this last one was like, what's a day in the life?
A day in the life, like of my life?
Well, your whole life is going to be a lot of things, but maybe a voice acting.
A day in the life of voice acting?
Yeah, so you can redact all the things that aren't voice acting.
So if I got like a gig?
Yeah, well, let's do that. Like say, because we did the auditioning, and let's say you got the job. How does it look after that?
Oh, so for an example, I could give like an example of this last job I have where Redemption of Faust.
Mm-hmm.
So when I got this job, he contacted me and he was like, hey, I have this voiceover. It's got 3 characters. I'd like you to do it. And I was like, awesome. That sounds great. I'd love to do it. And so we coordinated a time and he was like, I'd like to have you do these 3 reads of these characters. And I was like, okay. And sometimes for voice acting, they want to either be on the phone, like they call it a directed session. Where they listen on the phone, or they can be like on a Zoom call, or they call it Source Connect, which is like a patched in system. It's very like technological, but like they have woo, what's up, Laura? They have a patched in system where they can talk to you through the computer, and the engineer can hear your audio and use it. It's very complex, but
so they're like they can do it in the thing.
They can like do it in the interwebs and record your audio and take it, so you don't even have to do anything.
Whoa.
Source Connect.
Yeah, and so they don't lose it.
Right.
And so it's not
they can like
corrupted or in the wrong place.
Yes, they can control the gain and all of that and make sure it's good, and then take it, and then you're just like you can just be an actor and you're like blah 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 and leave, and you don't even have to record or anything. Exactly.
Wow.
But for example, for this specific one with Faust, he was just like, oh, I just have these 3 characters. I'm gonna email you the script, and this is the kind of tone I'm looking for, is like a lower tone, blah 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 blah, and vary it for the 3 different characters, make it sound a little different for each. And I was like, okay. And he sent me the script and he was like, I don't need to hear it. Send me what you got and I'll revise it if needed. It is a little less pressure too on me because I don't have to be under.
Oh, yeah, because you could spend time, if you wanted, like, kind of redoing it yourself, right?
Yeah, I could be a little bit more calm and be thinking about it where he's not listening all the time. Because I've had ones where they're, like, listening and I'm like, was that okay? You know, because you're a little bit more stressed. Like, whatever. So,
Yeah.
But anyway, he sent me the script and then I hopped in here and took it in and did some research because some of the names are kind of, like, they're very, like... It's very like cryptic words and like big words and stuff. So I kind of had to look. So sometimes with some scripts, you have to look up words depending on specific how to pronunciate things, whatever. So I had to look up some words and make sure I had it right. And then just read through it a couple times and was like, oh, I'll do this for this certain one. I'll do a lower one here. Maybe do gravel on this one and whatever. So then I recorded it and then I had to edit out the crappy parts or take out the parts where I was like, whoa, or like going like, what the hell was that? You know, talking to myself. Or an airplane flew overhead and I was like, curse you, airplane.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
certain things where I was like, okay, good, got it. Sent it back to him. And then I was doing my house chores. Or it was like a Sunday, I can't remember. But I was weekend. So I was like, okay, I sent it to you. An hour, he comes back. He's like, oh, can you try it again? Like, but more of this and more of this, more mystical, whatever. And I was like, okay. So he came back up and redid it and was trying to do it and thinking of different vibes and whatever. And like sent it back to him. And I was like, how about this one? How was that? And he's like, oh yeah, that's perfect. And I was like, oh, okay, great. So that's an example like how it can work.
Whoa. And I was thinking before, deadlines, right? When they said, you have to get this to us in 1 day. I'm like, right? But then also, a day means you don't have time to overthink it.
Yeah, and for him, he's doing an indie short film, so he's doing it on his own. So when he told me, he was like, I'm looking to submit this for festivals in the next couple days, so I want to get it done as soon as possible. So he was looking for it really kind of soon, within a day or two. So I was a little bit like under pressure, but not too much.
Sometimes that helps.
Oh yeah, I love pressure and deadlines. So
sometimes I'm like, okay, I could get this done. This is a challenge. We're doing this.
Yeah. I thrive under deadlines, pressure. Like my family will attest. So I'm good with it. But yeah, some people don't like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and those people have a tough time. I mean, not that I love deadlines, but I love hitting them.
Oh yes, like when you like,
and then like, boom, did it? It's awesome.
Yes.
And it's funny because what you're talking about, like. More mystical, right? The same thing happens in copywriting because every brand has its own voice, right? If you think of Harry's razors, they're like off the wall, kind of blatant, whatever. And if you think of like a hospital, they're going to be like usually very professional, very kind of boring.
Right.
Those kind of things I love. I love to like try to swing between them and figure out what words do what. So you just have to do it in the way of like changing your voice for that instead of the literal words.
Right.
You have the words already.
Yeah.
So you have to make your voice do all that? How?
I'm thinking of these characters were like ancient, like mystical and like really low and like really whispery. So I was like doing it like that. He was trying to give me words and like termage and they were like poetry, like Bible-y versy. So I was trying to think of being like ancient and like old and like overseeing and like a god, like a goddess. So I was like poetry.
We would call it an avatar.
Yes.
Like a brand avatar. So you picture someone and then that's who you're writing as. And we also do like you picture the audience as one person and that's who you're talking to.
Right.
So it's interesting that no matter what way we communicate, we're always sounding like something and imagining something. Here's where I do voices. I do them in D&D.
Yes.
And I can't do accents like prolonged periods because they just go away. But I like to do silly little like affectations. Is that voice acting? Like when you do like the vocal fry or when you're doing like a higher voice, is that part of voice acting?
Yes, like vocal fry, yes.
Okay.
Like a vocal fry,
Yeah.
Amy? What are you talking about? Absolutely it is.
And I was like, there's no way that that's part of it. But of course it is.
Yes. Any of those things are. Yeah, accents are definitely like vocal Vocal fry is one of, I will see in like specific copy, no vocal fry, please. It'll be like specific, and I'll be like, ooh, or like, no California accent. And I'm like, oh God, like you have to like really watch out, because I'm like, okay, don't go too intense, because like I have to like really tone it.
A California accent. That's so funny. Do they ever ask for Canadian accents?
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes, or they'll be like East Coast accent, yeah. Oh yeah.
Because I can tell.
Yeah.
I can tell 100% anytime whenever anyone's a Canadian. That show I was talking about, Letterkenny and Shoresy, they're both Canadian shows. And I can, as soon as I'm like, Canadian.
Yeah. Well, my character coach, Garnet, he was Canadian. So I would always hear certain tones, and I was like, oh, I'm Canadian.
Sorry.
Sorry. And I was
Tomorrow.
like, oh my God, I'm so Canadian. Oh my God.
Then you have to embody that if you're ever on a Canadian show.
For real.
The one that I was most convinced by, I mean, everyone probably was, but House, how Hugh Laurie is British and then he went to America. And he said that was hard, and he would have to think about certain sentences in an American accent and then try to say the script.
Right.
I can't imagine.
It would be so hard. Oh my God. Like certain American stuff. And there's so many different dialects.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to fill out actor profiles, and they're like dialects, and then you open like the American dialect one, and it's like Eastern, and then it's like Mississippi, like blah, blah, blah. And there's like the dialect regions of like the specific regions for like Western is like Western California and Western Arizona, Western Oregon. And then it was like breaking down Eastern and breaking down like, it's like, oh my God, there are so many in America too, specific ones. And I'm like, oh, your brain is like fried.
And we make fun of, like, in England, there's so many different accents, and it's the same over here.
No.
We just can understand them.
For real. So true.
Oh, that's awesome. So we've made a beautiful...
It's so pretty.
We made a beautiful scrapbook page.
I love that.
I'll send over to you.
I'll make that my wallpaper on my computer. Especially Wolverine.
It's obviously perfect. Yeah. So, here in the end of the show, we wind down with a bit of introspection and a little call to awesome. I can't decide if I'm going to say call to action or call to awesome. And we will find out, because I just thought of that.
I love it.
So,
use it.
The introspection question is, what's been working for you lately?
What's been working for me lately is making sure I focus on the things I can control, and working on my good positive self-talk and self-thoughts, and trying to get my sleep, and like, you know, that was hard. But just making sure I'm taking steps towards my acting journey and putting myself out there, like I said, and knowing that every step is leading towards something. Even though I'm not seeing it, it's like working in the background.
That's awesome. Working in the background is a phrase I'm going to remember.
Yeah, I saw that recently.
Because that's cool.
Yeah.
The way that I've heard it described, which I will steal and say that I thought of, is that you're driving. They always say this, and it'll be weird because you're in California, where they say you're in the East Coast and you're driving to California. They always say it this way. And it's foggy and you can't see. You could only see 2 feet in front of you.
This morning.
So you have to go those 2 feet.
It was foggy this morning.
It's you, stuck in traffic. You can only see 2 feet in front of you with the headlights on. So you go the 2 feet, and then that's the only time you can see the next 2 feet. You can't plan it out. You can't see the whole thing. You have to keep moving those 2 feet at a time, and you don't know if it's going to work. And that fills me with dread. But
oh God.
Working in the background is comforting.
Yeah.
Setting all these things, and they're just working away.
Yeah, they're like circulating, they're working in the background, and you're putting them there, and they're eventually they're gonna click into place. Like, you don't know when, but they're there, and you're putting them out there. So I don't know how they're not going to, you know, and you're trying your best.
Yeah.
So how can they not?
And that's all we're ever doing, trying our best.
Yes.
With the information we have at the time. You have to be nice to your past self. They didn't know everything.
Yes, right. And like, if you're giving it like enthusiasm and positive energy, like, how can you not succeed? I don't know.
I don't know either. I hope everybody succeeds at everything they do. I'm always trying. I'm like, why don't you do the thing you want to do?
Yes, like, yeah.
I'll cheer you on.
Yes, me too. I'll cheer you on. I don't even know you, but I'll cheer you on.
Yes.
And you should be trying that thing that you want to do, because here I am doing this, and I've always wanted to, and I'm so glad I did. I'm very glad I did, because like, acting has opened me up as a person. Like, I'm sure copywriting has unlocked that thing in you that you've always wanted to do, like you said. like acting has done that for me, and in many ways, I'm so glad I did it, and I'm excited to see what 5 years will bring, you know. And I'm doing things now that I never thought I would have done 5 years ago, and it's so cool. So I'm really glad I did it.
It's a journey.
Yeah.
And whenever people get to it, they get to it. But I really wish material conditions were easier for everyone.
Yes.
I wish everyone had housing. I
Oh my
wish they
God.
had universal basic income. I wish they were safe.
All of it.
Because then they could do all these things.
Yes.
So that's what my platform will be when I run for nothing, because I don't want to be in politics.
Yes. Well,
Thank you.
yes.
Thank
I'll
you.
vote for you anyway. Even if you don't run, I'll be like,
Yeah.
"Hey, me." Write it in.
Write it in. So the call to action, call to awesome. If someone wants to learn more about acting or voice acting, what should they do? And then we'll do yours of how to find you.
Awesome.
So acting or voice acting?
Well, acting or voice acting, they should find a coach or take some lessons. That would be like a first step, or a class, and see if that's something they want to do. See what for either of the options. For me, I started in voice acting, so I found a coach and I worked one-on-one with them and practiced that. And then from there, I worked on getting a commercial demo was the next step so that I could sell myself. So I worked on doing a commercial demo, and then I started cold networking and cold marketing the demo, and kind of working on a website and social media networking, and then I started applying for auditions. So that's the steps I took.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to show that you can do it.
Yes.
People often are like, well, I need to get the role to have something to show.
No.
No, you don't.
But you have to have the reel, so you can work on showing that you can do it. Yes, you just can't like go apply and not have anything to show for it. Yeah, so.
Yeah, that's the same with copywriting. You can do, it's called spec work. It's like fake. Like I'm sure it's the same thing. It's or maybe a real company, but it's a fake
Yeah, it was
project.
it was a fake script, but they wrote like spots for me, like a Starbucks, what do you like? Starbucks, this and that. And they had 6 like different scripts, and then I recorded them, obviously. But like, yes, I recorded the 6 different sounding ones, and that's still the demo I have. And I recorded that, and that's the demo I have, and I could solicit that to people.
Yeah.
Like, here's what I sound like. Here's what I can do for your company. And they're like, oh wow, that sounds great. And that's how they book you.
Yeah.
So you have to have something.
Because people start out and they're like, I don't have anything to show, or whatever they're saying. So you do the work.
Yes.
And through doing that, through making that demo, you are learning things about how to do it.
Right.
And then you have that experience, and then you can use it. And that's for everything.
Yes.
I don't know. People are constantly asking, like, how do I make money online? I'm like, what are you good at?
Right.
If it's nothing, that's fine. Learn to be good at something. Pick something you like,
Right.
learn about it, try it, demonstrate that you can do it. Because you wouldn't hire... I don't know why I use the example of plumbers all the time. It doesn't really fit. But you wouldn't hire a plumber who's never looked under a sink before.
No.
You usually hire one that someone else said did a good job, or has demonstrated that they've done a good job. So that's a good segue, too, into your website.
Yes. But yes.
If someone wants more Molly, where should they go?
Yes, if you want to learn more about me, I am found at www.voiceoversbymolly.com, or you can find me on Instagram at Voiceovers by Molly LLC, or on TikTok,
Yes.
same handle. Yes. Or
Okay.
yes, my Facebook as well. You can look me up at that as well.
You have Facebook, too? You have all the things? Oh, my gosh.
Yes, that's like a business Facebook page. Yeah.
Yeah, I have one of those, too. I think I have 0 anything on Facebook.
It's because like Instagram like links it to Facebook, so whenever I post on Instagram, it like sends it to like the Facebook. But I go on there, but not often. But
It's there to show that I exist. I exist.
or on LinkedIn.
And, oh yeah, LinkedIn. Go to LinkedIn.
Just type my name in. Type my name. It's there. You pop it up.
I'll put little overlays of the picture, and I'll also put a link in the thing. And to go watch the trailer for the Redemption of Faust, to go there, you go to, I'll put the link. Or you could just Google the Redemption of Faust teaser trailer. I think that would work.
Perfect.
And it was very cool, and it seemed very scary.
Yeah, I honestly haven't seen the whole movie, so I can't tell you.
Do you know when it'll come out? No.
I don't.
You tell me when it comes out so I can watch it somewhere. Maybe it'll be on YouTube.
Yeah, hopefully on YouTube or a streaming service, I 100% will be. But it's in festivals for probably the half of the year, I would say. We're still in festivals and like submitting.
Oh.
So when you're in a festival, you can't really post it anywhere besides that because they're crazy rules and stuff.
Okay.
Since we're in that. But yeah, after that, yeah, he'll be posting it, I'm sure. So that'd be cool.
And they won a gold something award.
Yeah, won a gold award in the Minefield Film Festival in New Mexico. Yeah, that's our recent one. And then we have some other festivals we are in right now. So let's keep getting them. So
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's been good.
Definitely go watch the trailer. Maybe leave a little comment.
Yeah, leave a comment. Yay.
Support and if you follow Molly's Instagram, then you will see her doing fun little challenge duets all the time. I watch them. They're so cute.
Thank you.
Or scary.
Yeah, sometimes they're scary. Sometimes I love the scary ones. And I do a horror-thon every October. That's fun. I post some scary, or I go and see a horror movie and I'll review it in theaters. I try to do those because I love horror movies. So there's always some crazy stuff. Inspiring posts.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I love Halloween. I don't watch as many horror movies, but I can respect the horror movie thing because we are connected by Halloween.
Yes, Halloween. I love it. I know your love for Halloween. Is so good.
There's our costumes.
Yes.
The heads for those costumes are back there because I don't know where else to put them.
That's a good display, though.
Five Nights at
It's so
Freddy's.
good. Yeah, I saw them on your Jeff's. I was like, oh my god, Five Nights at Freddy's. So cool.
Yeah.
So good.
They're scary, but they're back there.
Hopefully they don't come to life or anything.
I know. I have the bodies in a different room, so even if they do, I'll be able to outrun them.
That's good. They won't connect or anything.
Now, this part is the outro here, but I haven't thought of it yet. So, good artists borrow, great artists steal. Until I find mine, I'm using other people's. Swoop is her channel. She makes short films that are awesome. And she does commentary. She's very good. And she's very compassionate. So, as Swoop always says, when all else fails, stay ready, stay petty.
Class dismissed.